Can I have a card?
Yeah, 100%, man. There's a couple for your friends too.
Thank you so much.
What a bummer. I was doing so good. It's like, why? All right, this is an easy one. Please provide me first-hand knowledge that proves you know you live on a spinning ball, and I'll pack up and leave.
I don't really care, so. As long as I get to drink a beer tonight, that's all that matters.
I used to live like that, man. I was young once, too. That was painful, man. Damn, he just put it right to me. He said, I'm not old bastard. First-hand knowledge that proves you know you live on a spinning ball. I'm all ears. Come on now, you could be the first person to actually, oh, actually I had about 3 other people answer.
Hi, I actually have a question.
Yeah, man.
Why would they lie about the Earth being round?
Yeah, it is kind of like crazy, and it seems like a lot of work, right?
Yeah.
A lot of effort to make you think that you live in a freaking ball. But you guys do, right? So maybe it's working, we don't know. Why? There's a few reasons that people have. I hate skipping right to the why, but if you're gonna do that to me, I'll answer it since you guys were nice enough to come over. Kind of medium, short answer here. I was atheist till age 46. I went to school, they taught me the Big Bang. The Big Bang in my mind didn't require any gods to create this place. It eliminated the need for a god. So once they, I believed in that stuff. I couldn't prove the Big Bang, right? But anyhow, I come upon the idea of the flat Earth. I thought it was preposterous. I look into it, and I come to find out that there was numerous different cultures and religions that believed and support that the Earth was flat, including, I don't know if either of you guys believe in the Bible or Christianity, but in the Bible there's over 100, almost 200 verses I think that you can take that literally refer to a flat Earth, and one of them is that it says the Earth is immovable and is stationary and immovable and will never be moved. And that to me, I was like, wait a second. How can you live on a spinning ball hurtling half million miles through space? And so, I didn't even want to ever say, I consider myself born again Christian, man, and I was like, I didn't even want to tell anybody. My mom was like, no! My mom was like, don't tell me that! She was upset, that's sad. But I think they're hiding God, and when you hide God from a culture of people, you end up having some serious freaking issues. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but you notice they're having little 6 and 7 and 8-year-olds decide whether they're girls or boys. Like, that's crazy, man. So, I'm sorry to be so long, but that's the reason why I think, possibly one reason why they're hiding it.
Crazy is one word to describe it. I could think of others.
Yeah. Oh, I have a good one. This is a good point, though, regarding what you're saying there. There's a great principle, or there's a guy made a great saying, and the saying is, there's a principle that will keep a man in everlasting ignorance. You might know this, and that principle is condemnation before investigation.
Right.
And unfortunately,
condemnation before investigation equals your proof of indoctrination.
Oh, good.
I'm in the 9/11 truth movement, so
hey,
I just want to take 3 of them.
You're awesome,
I support
bro.
what you guys are doing. We're really not supposed to, you know what I mean? Just because.
Oh, because I'm such a bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm an agent who's trying to discredit the 9/11 movement.
Yeah, I know.
Are you planes or no planes?
I don't.
You don't go there? Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm so down the rabbit hole that nothing is off limits.
Support what you're doing, brother.
Dude, I love
to see.
I'm so happy. Do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah. Truth VJ MC Dirty Work. Also Bitchute MC Dirty Work, all one word.
Okay.
If you're recording, it'll be on there.
Yeah. That's why I'm doing it. Yeah.
Truth VJ MC. I know it's a lot of words.
That's
the word truth space VJ, like video jockey, space MC, because I'm a rapper, MC,
yep.
Space Dirty Work, all one word.
Yep.
Truth VJ MC Dirty Work, and there's also a backup channel.
Awesome.
Truth VJ MC Dirty Work too. And the Bitchute channel, which is just MC Dirty Work.
Real quick, we made a website.
And a Vimeo channel.
I'm Dave, by the way.
I'm Jay.
I don't know.
Nice to meet you,
You
brother.
might have said that already too. I apologize.
Oh,
What
I
did
mean,
say?
that's all good.
Jed or Jed?
Jay.
Jay. Okay, Jay. Real quick, you might have an interest in this, and I kind of want to reach out to other people who have.
Oh yeah, I know about
maybe
David
don't believe it.
Weiss. I've been following this since 2017.
Okay, so wow, yeah.
I'm a global. I don't think that. I don't know if it's
No,
flat
I just
or
want to
not,
mention.
but I'm a glober skeptic.
Yeah, check
You know
this
what
out
I
real
mean?
quick. We have a website now that we're doing Flat Earth People Finder, but I
Right.
kind of don't want to limit just to flat earthers because I'm thinking, man, we need to work together because the lines that we live under are kind of scary, and so I wasn't sure, but just in case.
MC Dirty, if you want to hit me up, mcdirtywork@gmail.com.
I will get in touch with you for
Email.
sure, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for the papers too.
All right, take care, brother.
That was fun. That was Jay, MC Dirty Work, bunch of other stuff. All right, guys, help me, and I promise I could pack up and go if somebody answers this one single question for me and really does it for me. And my question is how would you using first-hand knowledge, prove to me that what proves to you that you live on a spinning ball? What evidence, first-hand knowledge, right, would you give me to prove to me that I live on a spinning ball? Nobody answers this. Nobody.
No.
It's crazy, right? No discussing together, too. This is a separate assignment. Separate assignment. I know I look crazy, right? But that's a little weird, right?
Wait, can you repeat the question?
Okay, using first-hand knowledge, what is the evidence that you have, direct knowledge, that something that you saw, something that you experienced yourself, that proves to you, that makes you know that you live on this spinning ball?
When you see a ship, it you stop seeing it.
Good for you. All right, I agree with you. That's a good one. Now, there's only a little problem with that I have when I started investigating this craziness. So, you know how far it is from about 5 feet above sea level, right? If you're at the shore and you're looking at the shoreline where you're going to see that ship disappear. The distance to that horizon is going to be about, I think it's like 4.5, 5 miles, give or take, okay? So it's not a tremendously long...
Seeing a picture of the Earth.
First-hand knowledge. Yeah.
The sunset.
You didn't take that photo, right? So you got to trust. Now, let me real quick. Raise your hands. Raise your hands if you trust the government. 100%. Right. And NASA's an arm of the government, right? I'm not saying they are, even though I think they are. I won't say they are, but I believe they could be lying, right? So, but going back to your ship over the horizon, because that's a good answer. But the problem is, like I said, it's 4 miles to the horizon that you're seeing a pretty significant amount of curvature take place, enough to hide a ship, right? Yet you can go up in a plane 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 feet in the air, which is now you're at 10 miles in the air, and you can't see any curvature. And I can guarantee you that's the case because numerous scientists, including the physicist, you guys know Neil deGrasse Tyson. You ever hear that guy, that clown? Yeah. Well, he'll tell you that you can go up 120,000 feet in the air. He goes, and it's flat. He says it's flat. So using just like common sense, guys, isn't it a little strange that you can be standing on the beach 5 feet above sea level and see curvature by the boat disappearing, and yet you can be 20 freaking miles up in the sky and you don't see a thing?
Wait.
Come over, guys. Come here. You guys got to do. I'm just feeding you little nuggets here because maybe you guys will disprove me, but you got to do your own investigation and don't be. Listen. No, these. Oh, just take a whole handful of your friends, and then they don't have to embarrass themselves talking to me.
Yeah, you got any stickers?
I have. They're just business. But guys, the reason.
Thank you.
The reason why I hand those out real quick. The reason why I hand those cards out with the website is I don't know if you believe this or not, but. It's been in the news, but YouTube is big on censoring things now. And my channel has been demonetized. My channel has been closed down twice for live streaming. I know numerous people whose channels have been deleted permanently for just bringing up flat Earth and talking about flat Earth.
But what proof do you have to say that the Earth is flat?
Well, yeah, absolutely, I'm with you. Right. Well, the thing is all right, here's where I go. So I'm not going on secondhand information, right? So I'm not going to be using NASA. I'm not going to be using equation, which is just another language that describes something. I'm going to be looking at physical reality and trying to deal with looking and trying to determine from what we experience. So the first thing I would ask people is how fast is it that we're spinning right now at the equator, guys? How fast? Anybody know? 1,000 miles an hour. 1,000 miles an hour, guys. We're spinning at the equator. That's slightly slower than a bullet. All right. Now the thing is that that's not where the motion ends. We're also circling the sun, right, at 66,000 miles an hour, while the sun hurtles through space at 500,000 miles an hour. So using that, I would say, do I detect any motion? Do I feel anything? And there would be a strong, absolutely not. You get on a merry-go-round and you go around just a few miles an hour, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel that force. We're on the outside of the ball of that Earth that's spinning, by the way, right? So, okay, score one, I'd say right now that doesn't really sound too good for a ball Earth.
Wait, I have a question. So, but since the Earth is spinning, that's how sunsets and sunrises happen, because you're like rotating in different
Yeah, I believe that too.
So would you suppose the sun rotates around the Earth instead?
All right, so
how would you explain?
I really don't like that question because you're taking me to a place that. But the only reason being is because our minds have already determined that in order for something to rotate in the air, for that sun to be rotating in the sky above us, it must be rotating and attached through gravity, right? And holding it into an orbit. That's what we've been conditioned to believe. Now, going back a little bit, real quick. When did we all learn that we lived on a spinning ball? At what age? Like 5, 6, right?
6, yeah.
Yeah, and at that age, right, guys? At that age, do we truly comprehend general relativity? They don't even know what gravity is today. They do not.
All right.
So.
Thank you.
All right, thanks so much. Please look into it, guys.
Hey guys.
Anybody want cards? I got cards to look into this. YouTube censors it. That was freaking fun. Oh, you're awesome. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Yeah, that was so funny. All right, folks. First-hand knowledge. How would you prove to me you live on a spinning ball? First-hand knowledge. What proof do you have that proves that you would use to prove to me you live on a spinning ball? I don't think I'm saying that right. What do you guys think? Is that a little crazy or no? It's crazy. What I find really crazy are a couple of these things on this. This is taboo. You guys are bad just for even looking at this, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, but that's what they tell us. I'm gonna put this down. I want to show you real quick. I think the crazy thing is, right? You guys saw that these dates, right, on these newspaper articles about the Holocaust, right? 1921. They were talking about a Holocaust. What the heck? So that was weird. This is strange to me. That, they're revising things down, not a couple thousand people. We're talking, what, 2.5 million people? 4 million down to, how many is that? 1.5 million. That's a lot of people we just recovered, right? How do we learn about all this, right? I learned about it in the movies, and I would be crying my eyes out in half the movies over, what I heard and what I found. But then then you look into it a little bit through maybe a different filter, right? Filter of one where people might not be hiding information from you. Is it true? I don't know. That's up to you guys to determine on your own. But very, very few people want to go there because it's taboo, right? Like I said in the beginning, you go there. I have people get triggered just for me, this is serious stuff. I'm denying a grandmom but I really am not, because I'm not saying that people didn't die during that event. What I'm saying is, I don't believe they told us quite the whole story. And that's all really I'm going at. Scary, scary word. Guys, the reason why I'm out here.
They filming people?
That's why I'm out here. Ma'am, you don't need permission to film people. I'm in public space. You can do anything you want.
Public.
Yeah, sorry. So,
has permission.
but what's sad is that that's what they've done to us. The school system, I get that from young people. They're lost. When I was young, man, we used to run around with, like, one guy was reading an article. He's like, when I was young, We built a rifle in my shop class. Now, if you they're saying that if you point a finger at somebody, right, they can arrest you.
Yeah.
It's a weird world. Here, I'll give you this. There's another great
definitely.
website called stoplookthink.com. It's a really, and by the way, the Holocaust program, I'm giving you a lot. My channel is Zoom Truth, and I'll post this just in case you want to look at any of these other, I have links, because YouTube, I know I sound like an insane person, but YouTube is freaking censoring. My channel has been demonetized. My channel has been shut down twice for live streaming, and I know other people whose channels have been lost completely. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. You know, question the man, you know?
Yeah, man, you're awesome. Thank you so much. That, my friends, was all thanks, to the Holocaust. So, hate me if you want, but this is what the girls were looking at, right? They were looking at this. They were looking at that. We were looking at my Holocaust #2, HOAX, I should say, #2 banner. And that was a good conversation. So for all you Holocaust haters out there, take that. I should say HOAX haters out there. Oh man. I lost that dude's info. So I'm just looking for someone to give me first-hand knowledge of how they know they live on a spinning ball. What first-hand knowledge is it that proves to you you live on a spinning ball? I'm interested. I got a little bit more supporting work down here on that same subject. I'm not going to yell it out because I don't want to get assaulted by people, but yeah, it's over here. First-hand knowledge, sir, that proves to you that you live on a spinning ball. What would be your first-hand knowledge that makes you know that you live on a spinning ball?
Satellites?
Yeah, not really firsthand though. You really, unless you claim that you can see them with your bare eyes, right?
I'm not an astronaut.
Yeah. So that would, you know what I mean? That doesn't kind of fall under the whole first-hand portion of the question.
Right.
But it's, it's legit. I did have, I'll help you out. I did have one person just tell me, when boats sail over the horizon, that's demonstrating the curvature of the Earth, right? I don't know. Have you heard that before?
Or just distance.
Yeah, and so the only thing that I find weird is that it's about 4 miles, 5 miles to the horizon from about 5 feet above sea level, right? Mm-hmm. And you're seeing a fairly large amount of Earth's curvature take place in only 4 or 5 miles, right? You're actually seeing 30, 40-foot boats supposedly disappear. And what's weird is that then you can go up 20 miles in the sky, and at 20 miles, as Neil deGrasse Tyson says, he's a famous physicist, he goes, it's flat. Doesn't kind of make sense. How are you detecting curvature, right, at sea level, 5 feet above sea level?
No, you don't.
All right, you might not be.
Right.
Yeah, so a lot of people have come to the conclusion that we don't live on a spinning ball. It's absolutely insane thing to think about, but YouTube censors this information.
How about the satellites and the
Well, they landed on the moon,
yeah,
right, all that. Yeah,
the shuttles, the space shuttles.
Yep. Well, I don't know about you, but if you ask me whether I trust government or not, I don't trust government at all. And NASA is a division of the government, and I wouldn't put it past them to figure out how to lie to the public, even though it's kind of hard to fathom on that scale.
I've never had a problem with NASA.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, but if you look into, you gotta wonder. We landed supposedly on the moon. The last time we were on the moon supposedly was in 1972.
Yeah.
Technology has moved considerably forward in that time.
Right.
There is an astronaut named Don Petit, and he is quoted as saying regarding as to why, give me one second. Regarding why we have not gone back to the moon in the last 50 years, his quote is, we destroyed the technology to go to the moon, and it is too painful a project to build it back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I cannot buy that you could start from scratch today, and if they got to the moon in 1972, you're gonna find a way to get there pretty easily these days.
Oh yeah, sure.
And yet we're not.
Sure.
And we're not, right? Not so far as they're letting us know, I guess you could say. They could be doing secret missions.
Right.
But
But a lot of countries have gone to the moon.
I'm going to give a shout out real quick. Folks, I'm just going to start with this real quick. I ask a lot of people this. I ask this gentleman. It's not such an easy question to answer as you might think. What first-hand knowledge could you provide to me, or that you provide to yourself, that proves to you that you live on a spinning ball? First-hand knowledge, right? Something that you have done or experienced yourself.
I've flown around the world many times. Myself as a pilot.
Have you ever, have you ever gone on a cul-de-sac, like on a cul-de-sac, right? Can you drive around a circle?
Don't want to get into an argument.
Fair enough. All right, but anyway, I'm just asking my own first question though. You know, if that's enough proof for him, that's fine. For myself, I don't know if that's quite going to do it. You could potentially be flying, thinking you're moving in one direction and actually be going around in a circle.
Can I ask you another question?
No, but first you have to get mine.
Okay. Well, there was an experiment I did where I have magnets hanging from a string and it's just suspended above and there's dominoes surrounding it. And the swing of the magnet changes every time because the Earth is rotating. And so the science backs it up. But to ask you a question,
I think the Cavendish, is that the Cavendish? There's I forget which experiment. The Foucault pendulum. Foucault pendulum.
that's the one.
Yeah. Do you know that all the pendulums that have ever made that are Foucault pendulums? There's only one. There is one.
We gotta go.
Okay. All right.
Wait, here, I'll give you this. Just
Can
so
I get
you
a photo with you actually?
Yeah, man. YouTube suppresses this information. I want to look into it, man, because do you trust the government, by the way?
No. That's the.
I love you guys. Sorry.
Yay! Love that.
All right, guys.
Have a good day.
Thanks, man. All right.
Be happy. I hope you know.
Very good. Me too. Time is it? How's it going, man?
Hi.
So I've been asking people, it's not a quick trick question, but what first-hand knowledge would you use or do you use to prove to yourself that you know you live on a spinning ball?
Nothing.
That's pretty frank, man. Good for you. Have you heard of flat Earth before?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? You looked into it?
Oh yeah.
Oh shoot, man. Wow. What are your, any opinion on it?
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, there's some weird stuff there. Have you ever heard of these are I bring it all out, man. I'm not ashamed of anything. I
do
believe.
not trust the government.
Oh boy, man. Wow, you're a soldier for our team, huh? Is he a soldier for our team? These guys are crisis actors. I'm sorry to do this to your son, but these are all, in my belief, this is all make-believe, my little friend. So, my big friend, I should say, right? You're a big guy. These guys are actors, and what they do is they work for the government in terms of helping train, right, in the military in traumatic situations, so that way they're experienced during a, trauma, and they don't lose their minds when it takes place. This guy here, I don't know if you recognize him, but that's Jeff Bauman from the Boston bombing. And what I found very highly unusual, once I got the guts to look at the photo, because when I believed in all this stuff, I wouldn't even look at the photo, is that underneath this pavement, and you can look this photo up yourself, and it will be high def, there's not a single solitary, not a single drop of blood, and yet that guy's legs were supposedly blown off about 6.5 minutes prior to that little joyride he took. Something's a little strange about that. There's a woman, Dr. Lorraine Day. She wrote a whole just little article on that problem.
Yeah.
And you already know all this, I think.
No, I didn't read about that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I go no holds bar here. Nothing is taboo for me. Las Vegas shooting, I don't know, there's a guy who got interviewed. He said he got shot through the head with, I guess a rifle round, because that's what the guy was shooting in the Las Vegas shooting. And he goes, yeah, I was shot, this is the day after, he goes, I was shot here, went in here, the bullet. He goes, it came out, he goes, do you see the dot on TV with his girlfriend? He goes, do you see that? Because that's where the bullet exited. I don't know if you've ever shot a firearm before. I have. A handgun. But rifle? Come on, man. Something's wrong with that story. Something's wrong with the world. Can I give you this card, man? Because YouTube censors the heck out of this. I don't know if you've already done your research, you probably know, but that's a fairly decent source, I think. You know, you have to make up your own mind, obviously, but there's a lot of misinformation and misdirection going on these days. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Guys, you ready? I have one question to ask you. Just one. First-hand knowledge. What do you use to prove to yourself, using first-hand knowledge, that makes you know that you live on a spinning ball that water sticks to? The sun? Yeah. Because that proves, now that you think that would 100% prove that you live on a ball? Like if this was a flat plane, would it be possible that the sun could rotate above you in a circular fashion?
Definitely could.
We don't know, right? And
well, we do because there's other evidence as well.
okay, what would that other evidence be? And is it firsthand?
No, it's not firsthand.
Yeah, that's
a lot of things that aren't firsthand.
right.
Like the existence of China, I have not experienced that firsthand, but I'm pretty sure it's there.
Right, but I agree with you. And do I think it exists? Yeah, and I'm willing to gamble my belief on that for this. That it does. But believing in China doesn't require me believing in the government. Do you trust your government? Do you trust the government?
There's more government trust that's required for me to believe in China than there is for me to believe that the Earth is round.
Well, no. I just wait back up. Do you trust the government?
No.
Okay.
That's my responsibility as a citizen is to not trust the government.
Right, but have they displayed any actions that have supported that belief?
Well, interestingly, the government actually doesn't have a lot to do with whether or not I believe the Earth is flat or round. That's not like a thing that they really campaign.
So what?
Have you ever flown to Asia?
Excuse me?
Have you ever flown to Asia?
I have not myself, but
that would be a good way to prove both that the Earth is round and that China exists.
You can do it on a flat Earth too.
No, because you
could.
You can.
I had to go one way once, and then we went the opposite way. And I was like, whoa, holy shit!
Guys,
the world is round.
check this out. Do you know that there's a great saying, man, and I use this on myself now to describe my life for 46 years. That saying is there's a principle that will keep a man in everlasting ignorance. And that principle is condemnation before investigation, right? So that's when, and that's condemnation. What is that condemnation of? That's condemnation of evidence that contradicts your current belief system, right? So until you truly investigate evidence that contradicts your belief system, then you're really not really giving it much of a chance. You're clinging to that belief system because none of us like to go and say, hey man, I was wrong, right?
No, I agree. And so I think it's good to investigate whether or not the Earth is round. I think that's something that's worth doing, and then you can do some science and you'll find out.
I think that's a great intellectual approach. See you later.
Thanks, guys. It was enjoyable. I appreciate it. First-hand knowledge that proves to yourself that you live on a spinning ball, guys. I'm all ears. What first-hand knowledge do you use to prove to yourself that you live on a spinning ball? Anybody want to tell me what first-hand evidence you use that proves to yourself that you live on a spinning ball? Anybody? Any takers? There's my Holocaust. My Holocaust banner has been getting people studying it. I love it. I love the Holocaust. Anybody want to give me first-hand evidence that they use to prove to themselves that they live on a spinning ball, first-hand? No? Without that evidence, it's just a belief, just like a religion. Without that evidence, it's just a belief. What evidence do you use to prove to yourself that you live on a spinning ball, ma'am?
Science.
Science. So that's not that's the process. What evidence? What evidence? What evidence do you guys use to prove to yourselves that you live on a spinning ball? Quick. First-hand evidence. First-hand evidence. It's not so easy. Hey, man.
Can I take a picture with you on your side?
100%. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What first-hand evidence do you use that proves to yourself that you live on a spinning ball?
Google Earth.
No, first-hand, no. First-hand evidence. Something that you've experienced yourself. This picture isn't worth it.
Sorry.
No, I'm kidding. No, for you, I'm saying you had to
No, I know.
deal with me.
Something about centripetal force that keeps us moved on this spinning ball. Something like that.
I don't know. I think that might be a weak argument.
Yeah.
My point being is that if you don't have any strong evidence that you know of firsthand that proves that you live on a spinning ball, just keep in mind that that becomes a belief, and that falls in the category of religion or quote scientism. Just as a thought, I have here's a card. YouTube censors this stuff for some reason, so check it out, man, if you want. It's pretty crazy.
Keep an open mind.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. So what first-hand evidence do you use to convince yourself that you live on a spinning ball? First-hand evidence, I'm all ears. Because if you don't have any, that means you have a belief, right? And that falls under religion, which then makes it scientism. Scientism. So what first-hand knowledge do we have that you would tell me that proves to yourself that you live on a spinning ball? Because if you don't have any, that means you only have a belief you live on a spinning ball, doesn't it? Yeah? How's it going, bro?
How are you?
You hear my little question there?
What's up?
What first-hand knowledge do you use to prove to yourself, to make yourself know that you live on a spinning ball?
None, dude. I agree that the Earth is flat.
Oh shit, have you, like for real, or are you just putting me on?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, you've looked into it and everything?
Of course.
Yeah, so you know, so I found a fellow, I bumped into, are you with them or no?
Yeah.
Oh, you are? Oh, do they know about your belief system or no?
Yeah, we don't talk about it too much.
Okay, that's a safe way to go, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, YouTube censors this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And you pretty much, you've looked into all the other lies, I imagine, if you got to Flat Earth?
Of course, yeah.
Cool, man. My channel's Zoom Truth, 2 words.
Zoom Truth?
Yeah, and
I'll check you out.
yeah, you know, anytime. Maybe you can come on one day. I do live streams and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Whatever's left of it, you know,
Yeah.
that doesn't get censored. But
Yeah, I'll check you out.
here's a card too to Flat Earth 101. It's not my website, but I am on there.
Thank
under
you.
the people. Yep. Peace, man. There you go. So I just met another person who doesn't believe we live on a spinning ball just by chance, right? Right? There's more and more people, and this, you know, YouTube actually censors this topic, which is extremely strange to me, because with such an absurd idea, right, that the Earth, you're saying that the Earth is flat, you would think that you don't need any help getting people from not understanding that that's not true. You follow me?
So you think that the Earth is flat?
I don't believe the Earth is a spinning ball any longer, yeah. What I would ask...
Did you see the picture from the satellite picture of the Earth?
I've seen lots of them, yeah.
So you still don't believe?
Well, the problem is that, you know, do you trust the government very much?
No.
No. NASA's with...
I don't trust the Chinese government.
I don't trust any of them. NASA's with the government, right? NASA is an arm of the government.
Yes, but yeah, they.
But they wouldn't lie. They wouldn't lie, but just the government.
Normally, the governments don't lie on this kind of thing.
But
they may lie on.
All right, we'll check this out real quick. What evidence that you have? What do you use firsthand knowledge that proves to you that makes you know you live on a spinning ball? What evidence do you use? I put you on the spot. That's not fair, right?
It's on the picture.
Yeah, but a picture, right? I said first-hand knowledge. So first-hand knowledge is something you've seen, you've experienced it, right? That's telling, that's proving.
Can you tell me the reason the government lie about this? Why do governments?
Oh, you go right to the
lie
punchline, huh? Yeah. All right. For myself, this is like kind of a short story of why it is. I'm age 48 now, I learned about this 2.5 years ago. Up until that point in time, I was a hardcore atheist. I didn't believe that there was any God, right? And why did I have that belief system? I was taught at a very young age that there was a Big Bang, and that Big Bang seemed incompatible with the story of creation or anything like that. It didn't seem like you needed a God when science had it all figured out. So I came to the belief that, you know, why would there be a God when scientists have told us evolution, and it doesn't seem compatible with me. So I believe ultimately it has something to do with that they're hiding the ability to truly understand and believe with God, believe in a God. And there's in a number of different religious books, the one that I've read most recently, the Bible, there's over 200 verses that refer to what you would think of as a flat, stationary Earth, including the opening one where I think it says it's stationary and immovable. The Earth is, that's what it says in the Bible. Now, stationary and immovable just doesn't seem compatible with a spinning ball hurtling through space at 500,000 miles an hour. So, long story short, I became a born-again Christian like 2.5 years ago. I then reverted back because I started questioning the Bible, right? Because I have to question everything. And now I'm back to really feeling strongly that the Bible has a lot of truth in it. I'm not, and maybe other religions do too, because I haven't investigated them, right? But here's a card. It has a website that you can look into the flat Earth on, and if you keep it, you know, there's a great saying.
How many people believe?
It's growing. The history of the flat Earth is a YouTube video by a guy named Dubay. It had over 1 million views at one point, and it got taken down by YouTube. YouTube took the channel down. They are censoring. My channel has been demonetized. I have 5,000 people maybe who follow me, right? My channel, that's nothing. There's nobody. And yet they've demonetized my channel, and they've closed down my ability to live stream twice. That's weird. Right. Why?
You have right to believe, you believe.
Right, and not only that, but if it's a crazy, stupid belief, you don't need any help, right? You don't need anybody to help you understand that it's such a dumb idea. But the fact is when you look into this, I believed I lived on a ball until age 46. There's tons of people. I just talked to a 61-year-old because I said, oh, I'm so depressed that I was, you know, dead asleep to all this till 46. Guy, he sent me one. He goes, well, I only woke up at age 61. He goes, I'm 66 now. He goes, how do you think I feel? Lots of stories like that. It's interesting, but you know, I ask people to just look into it and make up your own mind, you know. But I beg you to look into it. Yeah, the nature of water, right? We know it always. Look, do you see that with that test tube? Water always seeks and finds its level, resting bodies of water.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I appreciate you speaking with me. I really do.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.